Hello, everybody. This is Peter Beckenham, and today I have the pleasure of having a conversation with not just an incredible operator, but a dear friend. His name is Mr. Alan Edwards from the UK. Hello, Alan. How are you?
Hi, Peter. Nice to see you. I'm well, thank you.
Nice to see you too as well. And for those who are watching this particular replay, Alan is the CEO and founder of the Alpus Group. The Alpus Group specializes in maximizing property investment returns through strategic asset transformation. And what I'd like you to do, Alan, is to explain what is strategic asset transformation.
Okay, Peter. Yes, I'll be glad to do that. Strategic asset transformation is the acquisition of properties or land or buildings which are able to be transformed in value. So, for example, we take unused or underused commercial buildings that are no longer wanted, such as offices, or there may be retail premises. You've seen them in your high street, shops that are closed down with space above. Well, we take all of this unused commercial space and we turn it into high quality residential units for society's use. So essentially we create wealth by the transformation from low value commercial to relatively high value residential, and thereby we create wealth for property owners and also for property investors.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that, Alan. So for those who are watching, as you can hear, Alan is not just a man of expertise, but of vast experience in the world of residential property and commercial property investment. But today we're not talking about property, we're talking about the importance of a community, because both Alan and I have been involved in a range of communities, and we thought it'd be nice for us to share in a conversation with you what our thoughts are about why communities are important to each of us in terms of our personal growth and in terms of our business. All right. So can I start with you, Alan? What's one thing that comes to mind as far as you're concerned when it comes to the importance of a community?
The importance of a community to me, Peter, is the ability to communicate regularly and without any restrictions about a topic of common interest. So I deal with lots of different people who are related to property in different ways. So, for example, I deal with architects, I deal with investors, I deal with property owners, people who've got portfolios of property, and I deal with people who are interested to get into property but don't know where to start. So the importance for me about building a community is to be able to talk in one forum to all of these people, and actually by exposing all these different people to the community, they can each get something from the community. So an architect who maybe is in need of or wants to increase their workload can talk to property owners, talk to investors, talk to people like me who put deals together and actually arrange the transformation of property value. And you can see in the community deals happening and wealth being created. And for people who are new to property, this is quite important as well, because they can see how deals are put together. They can see where they fit into the picture. If they've got low level of capital, they might start off with rent to serviced accommodation, for example, as a high cash flow strategy, or rent to houses of multiple occupation. But by creating a community, you can actually create a forum whereby people can talk to one another. I think that's the most important thing.
I agree with that. That's the key, where people can actually talk with one another. Okay, that's the critical thing. Because, Alan, for me, it's all about trust, right? That's the whole thing as far as I'm concerned. And trust isn't built in a transaction.
Yeah.
Trust is built in a tribe, put it that way, right?
Yeah.
So a community creates an opportunity for a connection, and a connection creates an opportunity for a relationship, and a relationship creates an opportunity for a conversion.
Yes.
So as far from a business perspective is concerned, it's a very soft way of going about building your business, that everybody feels comfortable and they don't feel threatened and they don't feel pressured because they're part of a community.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes absolute sense, Peter, and that's certainly something that I resonate with. I don't want to put pressure on anyone who belongs to my community. I want to make them aware of opportunities, but the last thing is for them to feel that they've got to buy something or got to do something. It's more a process of education, that you can see where the opportunities are, and by educating yourself and having the right support around you, such as you can get from the community, you can actually enable yourself to actually do things and create wealth and create further progress in your property journey or other journey, whatever your aspirations are. For example, investors might be able to invest in certain projects, thereby increasing their wealth and carry out other investments. It's a sort of self-perpetuating community.
Yeah, it is self-perpetuating, and also that made me think of something else. It's also credibility by association, Alan. We're in a strong community, and you and I have both built strong communities, right? And when we build strong community, then it makes you look like the leader because you are.
Yes, yes, yes,
so
that's
therefore
right.
your position and your credibility is built by the work you put into helping
Yeah.
community.
Yes, I agree. I actually like to help people, and I'm very proud of the fact that although I started working for a small building contractor locally, I actually did work for about 8 years for one of the best engineering companies around, which is Arup, and I was an associate director with them. And what I liked about Arup was the ethics that Arup had and the ethical way they dealt with their employees and their clients and also their suppliers and contractors. And anyone who comes into contact with Arup will get a satisfying experience. And I felt very strongly that this is the sort of company that I would like to grow, and the ethics by which I would like to operate, that everyone has a good experience of dealing with you. Nobody feels that they've been at all impacted poorly in any transaction they might have with you.
Well, that's right. I mean, that's another thing. You just mentioned the word grow, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a real outcome we get from building a community.
Yes.
Because communities, how would you say this? Communities can leverage our time, can multiply our time.
Yes.
Think about it, okay? I mean, for example, within a community, if you teach one time, then they'll teach 10.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
If you
Yeah.
impact 10, they could impact 100.
Absolutely, that's right. You're educating people, and thereby educating them, you're increasing their capabilities. And I'm a great believer in education, self-education, and helping others as well.
Correct. And that brings me to, because I know one of the things you have great success with is within the YouTube. You've got your own community on YouTube, right?
Yes.
That's a community in its own right. So can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. We've got 3 YouTube channels, and one of them is Alpus Group, which tends to be a sort of umbrella channel for all the activities that we have. So that includes property investment, property development, property education. And then we have Alpus Property Development, which focuses on developments and the particular factors that are important in development, such as site finding, feasibility studies, investment, and progress on site, and transformation of properties from relatively low value, as I was explaining, where you start off with a site or a building that's not of current use to anybody, and you transform it into something that's highly usable and highly desirable by people. And then we've got a third YouTube channel, which is Businesses to Start on a Shoestring. And what this is about, it's about low-cost business startups. And it's about how you can bootstrap a business from nothing into a self-generating revenue earning business. So those are the three main channels we've got. I post regularly in each of those channels, and I check on the SEO performance of each video, and we improve the performance. And I'm currently going through trying to improve on the way we produce videos, because there's one particular video which has been particularly successful, got more than 200,000 views, and I want to try and identify the factors that people related to, and why that video was such a popular video, so that I can actually produce more content like that people actually want to view and can get shared widely.
You know, I am envious of you, Alan Edwards, because I mean, I have a YouTube community as well, right? And I have more than 1,000 videos on that channel.
Right.
And I have more than 3,000 subscribers. That's not a heck of a lot, but it's
Right.
better than one.
It's good. Yes.
And I'm a YouTube partner as well. They asked me to become a YouTube partner.
Yeah.
But you know what, Alan? And even though I am a community conscious person, and to me, the YouTube subscribers are part of my community. From a monetary point of view, it's not working for me.
Sure. Yeah.
And I've talked to YouTube about this, and I have all these experts approaching me, right, saying, "Hey, Peter, I've just been to your channel," then they're pitching their stuff at me, right?
Yes, sure.
Pitching SEO, search engine optimization, for those who are watching, right? Which is true. And that actually has been done for my videos, but I still haven't cracked it yet. So I have to be truthful. Because even though I love communities and I've been very successful with it, the YouTube one is not quite there yet.
No, sure. I think it takes a long time and a lot of persistence and a lot of analysis. And there's one particular guy I know who's been very successful. His name is Rick McMunn, and he has done several YouTube channels about job interviews and how to become certain professions or occupations. And his videos have got, in some cases, more than 2 million views, and he's got more than 2 million subscribers, I believe, on one of his channels. And it's surprising that this particular channel has been so successful, but I suppose it's because it has a universal appeal. And the way that Rick McMunn presents his videos, he often does them, he dresses smartly and he talks quite loudly. You would say uncomfortably loudly, not like a conversation that we're having, but he talks very aggressively, you could say, and he explains things on a board. So the fact that he's explaining things and explaining them very clearly and very loudly, I think does have a sort of international appeal. If you see any of his videos, it's a channel called Career Vids, and you'll see what I mean. He's got a particular style which is not particularly enamoring, but he does explain things very clearly. So that you've got to clearly get a particular technique, and you've got to get a style that appeals to people internationally, I think, to make a great success of a YouTube channel.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, to me, communities are everything, Alan, okay? In everything I do. When people join my email list, they're part of my email community. I have, and as you're a member of one, I've got a Facebook community called Your Next Level. The objective of that is to make people feel safe, to make them feel wanted, to make them feel cared for, and to make them feel not just confident enough, but brave enough to share what they truly believe in. Okay?
Yes,
The
yes,
objective of that group, Your Next Level, is to help people take themselves and their business to the next level. It's not a matter of me trying to sell them anything. I just
sure,
host it as a giving back option to people,
sure.
and in so doing you know, if there's one thing that hits me, and I haven't thought of it before, within a community, there's one word, and it's loyalty.
Yes.
I'm not going to sound like Donald Trump, by the way, right?
No.
But loyalty, because to me, loyalty can be everything when you think about it, because platforms change, right? Maybe your engagement drops on, whether you're on LinkedIn or YouTube or TikTok or wherever you darn well are online, okay? But if you've built a real community, you've got a real connection with them. Okay?
Yes,
You're
yes,
algorithm proof. Okay.
yes, yes.
So to me, loyalty is an important aspect, because to me, I mean, I'm situated in a remote Thai village. So, to me, being connected with people is real. It's a real thing.
Yes,
Not
sure,
just a
sure.
matter of getting
Yeah,
on another damn Zoom call, right?
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
matter of being with people.
Yes, yes,
And I have that feeling before I get on a call. I don't have any expectation. I don't have any assumptions. All I think about is, how can I help?
yes,
What can
yes.
I
And
do
you
to
do it very
make
successfully,
people
Peter.
feel special?
Yes,
Okay.
you've got members of your community from all different parts of the world. I'm constantly amazed by the quality of the people that you have as part of your community.
Well, one of the things I've found, and for those who are watching it, please take this on board. And that is, you need to be prepared to be not just authentic, but to be absolutely vulnerable. To be
Yes,
transparent, to share, these are things that I have trouble with. I mean, I just shared one there with you now. I have a problem with the YouTube. I still can't get it right, right?
yeah,
I mean, be truthful about the darn thing. Don't
sure,
emote things at all, right?
sure, yes, yes,
And all I've found is by doing that, one, I enjoy the communities. I mean, whether it's Your Next Level one on Facebook, or we've got started another one called More Business Breakthroughs with two other guys to help them build their business, right?
yes,
I've got
yes.
I've got my email community. Okay. I have 3 podcast communities. I've just started a new one called 10 Minutes to the Truth, by the way, which I'll get you on one day.
Thank you.
They're all communities for me. And the advantage to me is there's no pressure.
Sure.
You are simply treating people with dignity, integrity, and respect.
Yes.
And being that you are prepared to listen, but more important, to let them see that you truly understand them, that you
Yes.
truly 100% present with them. And
Yes.
that's the key to me of building a successful community.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree, Peter. I think what I aspire to doing is to helping people along their journey. If they click, and if they want to, we can work together. We can do such things as property investment or development or education together. But if I can just help them to find what they're looking for, I'm quite happy to just do that as well. I help lots of people just with little bits of advice. Lots of people come to me with potential projects, and a lot of them just don't stack up. And I do spend my time looking at these things and giving them my assessments, which I can usually do fairly quickly, of the purchase price. Is it realistic, bearing in mind the value you can achieve from the site and the relative costs? So it's no good doing something where you're paying too much to start with, and this is often the problem. Anything that's on the market is usually overpriced by a factor of about 20%. And, if you actually run the figures, you can actually work this out. You work out the potential for the gross development value by seeing how many residential units or commercial units that you can get on the site. You run that at the square foot figure or square meter figure to get a gross development value. You take off your profit margin, you take off all your costs, including the construction costs, the legal costs, all the architectural fees, the building control office fees, the planning fees, a myriad of fees that you've got to spend on doing a conversion. And you arrive back at what is a residual value, which is the potential value of the site as it stands. So very often that residual value will be lower than the asking price. So it's no good you paying the asking price if what you need to pay is significantly lower. And lots of things I put offers in on, and they're not successful. But in a way, I'm glad they're not successful, because when I see sometimes people pay too much money for sites and they get into problems, they then overprice what they're producing at the end. There's a development going on in the village where I live, where the prices of the residential units are very high. Now, if they can't sell those units over a long period, the interest charges will actually erode their profits. So they'll have ended up doing a load of work for relatively nothing, or sometimes people even lose money on development. So it's better to start off with a conservative view of what a site is worth.
Look, I'm very aware of your busy time, so we'll wrap it up pretty soon. But let me finish with a couple of things as well. To me, if you build a community from your heart, right, and you build it with integrity. I mean, Alan Edwards, you're a man of integrity. That's why I resonate with you. Right?
Thank you, Peter.
When you build it with integrity, when you build it without any agenda, without any hidden agenda of trying to do anything, right, then they can actually become, for want of a better word, they can become your sales army. Think about it.
Yes. People will be happy to refer you because they get a good experience of dealing with you. Yeah, I agree.
They're not some sort of sleazy affiliate, right? I mean, I'm not.
No.
People, they're not that. It's genuine. It's from their heart because of that, right? So, and they become advocates. They become advocates for us.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. That's the best way to be, isn't it? To have people who advocate using you or referring people to you because they get good advice, they get good experience with you.
And they get the truth.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think a week goes past, Alan, when I don't get someone who reaches out to me saying, hey, let's say, hey, Alan Edwards asked me to contact you. Okay? To me, makes it all worthwhile.
Yes.
That's what spending the time building communities is all about. Okay.
Definitely.
And the other thing that just comes to my mind is that, you can't scale silence. And what I mean by that is a community that you have given from your heart will give you feedback that you want. And they'll give you honest feedback, and they'll tell you exactly how they feel, right? And they do that regularly. Sometimes they do it in public, sometimes they do it in a DM. It doesn't really matter as long as you get it, okay? And that to me enables me to be able to improve what I do, getting advice from people about how best that I can help them in future. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely.
I didn't ask for that, okay? But they give it to you because they care. They give it to you because they are trying. It's called the law of reciprocity, I suppose.
Yes, reciprocity, yes. But it's a conversation. It's a two-way thing, isn't it? It's not you broadcasting things. It's an iterative conversation.
Yeah. And in the last one, I've just started a brand new community, and it's my LinkedIn newsletter. But it's a community to me. It's the same thing, right?
Right. Yes.
So when I create articles for my newsletter, I am writing to a community. I'm not writing to LinkedIn. I'm not writing, and it's not formal.
Sure.
It's colloquial. It's conversational. It's nothing.
Yeah.
My grammar's not perfect because that's not who I am, right?
Anyway. Sure. Yeah.
Anyway, any final thought before we wrap it up? And thank you so much for sharing with me anyway, Alan.
No, I'd just like to say how much I enjoy participating in the communities that I do with you, Peter. It's a pleasure dealing with you and also with some of your colleagues in the communities, all very top professionals in their respective fields. And it really is a pleasure to participate in that sort of conversation and dialogue. The discussions that we have about the weekly topics that you suggest is really interesting. You can get a lot of good perspectives from people who are in different countries, in different professions, in different time zones, and it's really productive, enjoyable dialogue.
That's wonderful feedback. Thank you, Alan. And by the way, you're an incredible contributor to that as well. I must admit, one of the challenges that I've got, because we've done more than 200 of these mastermind communities, right?
Yeah.
One of the challenges I've got is, what can I ask at this time? What's the topic I can use this time?
Yes, that's right. Yes, there have been quite a few topics already, but yes, you keep coming up with new ones. Yeah.
I'll do my best. Anyway, thank you again for sharing your time, Alan, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much, Peter. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Take care. Many blessings to you and your family. Okay.
Thank you, and to you too. Bye.